everybody on YouTube? It's your boy, the Memphis Accelerate, back at you with Check This Out, the show we take a look at whatever deck we want to take a look at, and we have ourselves a good time. Today we're taking a look at a deck I have not taken a look at in a long time, and we're taking a look at Dragunities. That's right, this is an older archetype of dragons and winged beasts that focus on equipping the tuners, summoning those tuners back, doing lots of synchro climbing. And we got some cool combos to show off with this deck. We're just going to go in EDO Pro and show off some of those combos. Show off some combos we come up on the fly and have ourselves a good time. So, real quick, as we always do, we're going to go over the list of the cards and then we're going to get right into the duels. So for the main deck today, we have ourselves one copy of Dragunity Armagram, one Red Eyes Dark Metal Dragon, one copy of Tempest, one copy of the Supreme Kingdom Zero, one Mistletoe of the Dragunities, one Dark Worm, 3 copies of Dragunity Legatus, one copy of Dragunity Senatus, one Zephyros the Elite, we have Dragunity Dux, we have Dragunity Gizme, we have 2 copies of Dragunity Couscous, 3 copies of Dragunity Remus, 2 Phalanx, and 1 Samsara Dragon. We have Triple Lightning Storm for going second, we have Dragunity Glow, 2 copies of the card of Consonance, 1 Terraforming, Foolish Burial, Monster Born, Call of Grave, a couple copies of Dragunity Whirlwind, 1 Dragunity's Divine Lance, 3 of the Dragon's Ravine, as it's very important, and 3 Imperm, again, for going second. This deck, it can do either or. So we got options for both. As for the extra deck, we have 2 copies of the Hieratic Seal of Heavenly Spheres, 1 Dragunity Romulus, 1 copy of Boral Sword Dragon, 1 Hieratic Dragon Atom, 2 copies of Vajrayana, 1 copy of Gaydirg, 1 copy Black Rose Dragon, 1 copy of Barcha, 1 Scarlight Red Dragon Arcfiend, 1 Crystal Wing, 1 Borload, 1 Dragunity Knight Aldabair, and 1 Dragunity Knight Ascalon. As for the side deck, I didn't really make much of a side deck this time around. We have the other Dragunity Synchro monster, which is here. If you don't want to do the Lightning Storm thing, if you want to put more combo pieces in, if you want just more spell trap removal in general, Harpy's Feather Dust is always a good choice. There's also Dragunity Draft, which basically makes it so your big boys are unaffected by cards when they are attacking. It only works on the Dragunities, but it's still something to consider. There's also the Dragunity Counter Trap, which is just for spell traps and gives your big boys a slight boost, but you know, we already have a negate and we already negate enough. And lastly, there's Destruction Sword, which you can put in this deck and you can equip to your dudes. But that's a lockdown, and I'm not a big fan of lockdown decks unless I'm like going whole hog into that sort of thing. So that's all on you if you want to play this card, but I personally don't like to. So that's the deck here today. Let's go ahead into EDO Pro now and show this deck off in some nice duels on the EDO Pro. And so let's just get right into it. All right, here, our first opponent, another day, and a new card game. It's been a while. But we got our deck here today. We can go first or second, depending on the hand. We have some very nice combos with this deck. We got some really strong ones. So it really depends on if we have the field spell, though. The field spell for Dragunities, very important. And, okay. I would have liked going first with this hand, but it works just as well. Like I said, could do either or. And we're up against Blue, okay, Dragon on Dragon. Gonna get a little spicy up in here, let me tell you. It's gonna get a little spicy up in here. But we're up against a Blue Eyes deck. Okay, I'm very curious. You don't see Defusion too often anymore. So this is a fusion, I presume, based Blue Eyes deck. So, yeah, I played enough of this game, I know what, more or less how that's gonna go. So, we're basically just going to sit through this for a minute, or else I will. I'll skip ahead in a minute. I just want to mention that as we're going into this, you know, we do have our Remus. This guy's basically our one-card stop for all of our combo. Essentially. Oh, wait, we didn't even need to skip ahead. Sweet. Sadly, drew into Dark Worm, so I can't do that bit of the combo, but it's fine. So we're going to activate Remus. Remus is our field spell search. You discard him, get the Dragon's Ravine. And I'm not going to explain this super in-depth because this is long-winded. I'm going to have to explain everything. But basically what this guy can do is I can discard cards, in order to get stuff. We already have our Legatus, thankfully. So I get to start sending, like, other stuff to the grave. We're going to go ahead and send... what do I want to send to the graveyard? I want to send some Sarah Dragon. Just get that out of the way. We'll need him later. We're going to special summon Legatus, because we have our field spell. And because we have Legatus, I get to special summon my Remus. And you might be thinking we're going to start synchro climbing, but no. The first thing we're going to do is make a Veskai. Gay Dirg?
Guy Deer.
However you pronounce this guy's name. Yeah, this guy is, very nice for combo. Once per turn, add a winged beast or a dragon. Then you discard a card, but that's how you set up your graveyard. Good old Zephyros just bounces Ravine so I can use it again. And we're going to put that boy on the board. We'll take some damage. Doesn't matter. What matters is we go for Rami. Romulus. And he's going to get us more stuff. This is a very combo-y thing we're going to be doing here. Now, it's not going to result in like a total board lockdown or anything like that. I could, but I really don't want to. There's certain ways you could do that, but I don't like to do those things. But right now we're going to special summon Mistletoe. You summon him by attributing Romulus, and then I can equip a monster you want. Gaydirg, yet again. Because our Glow we can banish to bring back our Gaydirg. And then we can use his effect again. Just over and over again. And this time we're going to get Mr. Phalanx. You want Mr. Phalanx in the grave. He's one of the most important Dragunity boys. And then we're going to go for Edom. He's kind of the pharaoh of ancient Egypt. He's a very important man. And he's going to summon out more dudes. And I need to rush. There's not enough time in this game to do these combos. So I might have to abridge it slightly, but you get the idea. You go from one dude to a bunch of other dudes. And then you go for a guy here yet again. And this time, let's go ahead and get Couscous. I like Couscous. He's really important for making your big level 10s. It's very important, man. So now what we're going to do is... I wrote this down. Oh, yeah. So we're going to use Atom and our Red Eyes to make our Heretic Dragon of the Heavenly Spheres. And then we're going to use some Sarah Dragon's effect. This lets us get back Mistletoe. So I get him back, and then tribute off my Heretic Seal for Mistletoe again. That's why I just get lots of monsters, and I'll probably abridge this in a moment, so... So I get to summon a level 2, so let's get Couscous, actually. We'll get Couscous, and then we're going to summon our other Phalanx. That way I just have them both. And I should... barring the inevitable interruption, be able to do things. So we're going to go ahead and make our Aldapair. Nice big level 10 synchro. We're going to make Borlode Savage Dragon, because we can do that as well. And I'd like to point out, I have not normal summoned one time this entire turn. You don't use your normal summon until right now. As you'll be able to, okay, I don't need Dragunity. Whirlwind's good for later, but not now. What I need is a duck. I need my duck. He ducks. He makes your opponent duck. I mean, he's got a whip. It's a brutal weapon, a whip. I think it's a whip. It's either that or it's a, it's a dusting mop. Or what do you call those things again? Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's not a mop. It's that other thing. Feather duster. That's the word. He's got a feather duster, and he uses it to commit murder. Actually, let's get Couscous again. Why not? You know, I can just keep Couscousing. And yeah, this should, in theory, be an OTK, potentially. I mean, I've got all these things. Yeah. Because then I can banish Vajrayana, banish my opponent's thing, and this will be an OTK. There you go. And you get an idea of it. That's the power of Dragunity. Is that very simple one-card start combos. I call it very simple, but it can be a little complicated, but you get the idea, I hope. Hopefully I explained just enough. That's like my one big combo I know off the top of my head. But you get the idea. There you go. We managed to summon 3 big old synchro boys. We didn't negate everything my opponent could do, but I had both my boss monsters and Borlode Savage, so A nice showing by Dragunities. Sad that the Blue Eyes player couldn't do a little bit more. It would have been nice if he could have summoned a nice big beefy fusion. You know, I would have felt better if he at least managed to get, you know, one of his nice monsters on the board. Well, you get the idea of what our deck is about. We summon lots of stuff. So let's go ahead for duel numero dos and do a little bit more of this and a little bit more other stuff. Alright, his second opponent. Let's go and do it again. And let's go first this time. See what we get. Okay, I get with the Dark Worm. I don't really care for that, but that's what it is. We're up against a guy called Nun today. I should probably mention, my name is Lord Adorable. Comment in the comments if you get that reference. Some of you might. Others? Probably not. But you never know. Alright, so we'll discard Darkworm, because really Darkworm's only in here as discard searching fodder. You know, summon him off of, you know, whatever means, get your 0 gauge, just as more discard fodder. You get the idea. Alright, well this opponent seems to at least have a hand trap. That could be good or bad. It's probably bad. I don't have a lot to stop, you know, hand traps at the moment. If I had my car by the grave, I could stop an air blossom. But I don't have that. Well, we got our Gator. Let's go ahead and get Zephyros. If my opponent will allow it. I mean, I had a feeling. I had a feeling. Alright. So the big question is, yeah, I was thinking risk it for a biscuit, but really that's a bad idea. Much as I would like to risk for biscuits, because I personally like biscuits, as you can tell from my generous physique, as that I like me some biscuits. But since that happened, let's just make Aldebaran in defensive mode in case of lightning storm. And sadly, that's it. Unfortunately, that's it. And Perm is kind of a weakness to this deck. Actually, think about that. Stop it. Stop me right now. I don't know if that's Karma or what. What the heck is this? Vinyl Sylph. Naturias. I never liked Naturias. Mostly because of the way they look. They got those big old anime eyeballs. They stare into your soul. Nowadays, Naturia is more of a lock your opponent out of everything deck. I'm not a fan. But we have Aldebaran. He's bigger than all the Naturias put together. What does Vayne do? Opponent activates a spell trap, trigger a Naturia, negate and destroy. Gotcha. It's also a tuner, should be mentioned. It is a, you know, Naturia Vayne is kind of weird if you think about it by Naturia standards, because he looks so angry. Like, most of the Naturias either just look like, or they look like, ooh. But this guy's just like, he's really angry for some reason. I mean, I don't know what kind of plant that he's supposed to be. But whatever it is a very angry plant. So, Naturia Camellia. This thing I just despise. It's such a good card. Just ditch a Naturia. Ditch the tree. Add any Naturia card. Any Naturia card in the wild. Get the thing that summons a Naturia or lets you synchro summon. It's pretty nutty. So the question is, what is he going to make to break my balls? Sunflower. Okay. Because, like, this is like early Naturia card. This card used to be awful, but then Camilla is just like, you can mill instead of paying the cost. And then all of a sudden, all Naturias do something. Oh, Lord, when did this get in the grave? Freaking Keldo. What does this do? You banish this card from the field or grave, target of 3 cards. Shuffle to... Oh, he's just recovering some stuff. But he doesn't draw anything. Okay. 2, 6, 10, 11... Oh, man, he can make Star Eater. I like Star Eater is such a cool synchro mod. He just looks cool. He's literally a dragon eating a sun, or I think he's eating the sun. He's called Star Eater. He's eating the sun. And yet nobody plays him anymore. You know, not nowadays it's all just. I mean, now the bear's cool and all, but he's not quite as cool. He's not quite as cool as Star Eater, visual wise. I mean, he's big blue dragon dude, and that's cool. But personally, I like the other guy. All right, what is this? Baron de Fer. All right. Probably should have seen that coming. So he's got an Omni and a Spell Trap negate. Basically, what I okay, he did not. He didn't blow up my monster. I mean, he could have. I mean, I do have that nice nuke my opponent's back row effect, but like, that's it. Why did he not do that? Did my opponent misclick? I have to presume that they misclicked. That was an awful move. Why would you do that? Alrighty, so with this hand of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Alright, let's go for Dragon Ravine. Hitching the card of Consonance, and we'll get our duck. Just a duck, duck, go, you might want to say. So, tribute Naturia monster, and this, so he negates one monster effect, basically. This is what I'm saying, like, old Naturias were complete garbo. Newer Naturias are a lot less garbo. Especially with Camilla. Like, if he keeps Camilla on the board, like, all his Naturias become, like, so much better. What do I have in my graveyard? Thinking. Because I can kind of do something kind of cool if this works. Let's go for Foolish Burial. We'll send ourselves a monster to the GY. We're going to send Mr. Where is he? Where's my boy? There he is, Phalanx. The OG. The OG best dude. And we're going to summon Barcha. This guy's a little tricky to summon. Dragon Tuner, non-tuner winged beast specific. And when he's synchroed, you can just equip a bunch of dudes to him. Any Dragon Dragunities in the grave, you can just equip them all to Barcha. 300 attack for everything equipped to it. Practicing with the jack. You're practicing? Dude, you screwed up hard. But GG. GG to you. My keyboard is screwed. Anyway, so my opponent surrenders. Kind of understandable because he did mess up with that Baron de Fleur really hard. I still think I could have. I think I could have outed it. I'm pretty sure I could. Yeah, I could have added. I had 2 Dragon Veins. I could have added that for sure, but I didn't get a chance to do so. But you get the idea. We got to do some different stuff. I was gonna summon Barcha, and I'd have like 3 materials, and I could have summoned back the tuners and done more stuff. But I didn't get to show that off. But we got time for one more duel today. Let's go for one more duel. Hopefully my throat. I got a bit of a sore throat. We'll survive it. Let's go for duel 3. Alrighty, our third and sadly third final opponent. I'd keep going, but my throat is killing me. Hopefully I'm not coming down with something. That would suck. Anyway, we are on to the, what you call it, third opponent. A gentleman called Rage Quit. That could go any one of 2 ways. He either Rage Quits a lot, or this is a lockdown deck. Could go either way. But I'm not mad. I'm not mad. You know, he can lock me down or whatever. This is literally my least favorite archetype in the game. That is literally my least favorite bunch of cardboard. I do not care for this archetype at all. Grave Hate and everything else. So I have no graveyard, which I need to do things. I have I normal summon Couscous and attack your monster. What say you to that? I haven't left yet, my dude. As much as I would like to. Okay, so it's literally just a lockdown deck. I mean, if that's how you want to play the game, go ahead. And then it just goes back. Okay. I guess that's fine. I'm gonna activate my own field spell. Screw you. I have a field spell, so one of each type. I guess that's fine. All right. So now me and my opponent are basically in this situation where, like, you know, he's just trying to lock me out of stuff. Blew up Called by the Grave and milled 4 cards. Ouch. And then I think the thing I really... Oh. Tempest got banished. What does that do again? Oh, I can add a dude. I can't use that dude because of his field or his floodgate, but I have it. That's cool. Thank you. And this is a... I presume he's going to summon back a fusion, and then he's going to... I think the thing I hate most about Runick, honestly, is the whole fact that he can just get back the spells and draw more cards every turn. That's like that is the annoying thing about this archetype. We all can agree on that, I think. Like, the rest of it is like, whatever. The fact that... doesn't matter, because everything's just going to get banished anyway, but I'm going to draw some more cards anyway. Dragunity Spell Trap Zone. Alright, let's summon Legatus and see where this goes. You know what? I claim moral victory. Most people would just leave after seeing this, but I'm going to at least attempt to hit my opponent once in the face, and that will count as a moral victory in my book. You know, because this guy called GG without me ever doing anything. I can cover them too. I see. The Runicks. Indeed. I'm so glad that you have such great skill at this card game, my friend. You clearly put in so many hours to learn how to play the game. Wow. I guess that's all I can do. Merry Christmas, everybody, by the way. Merry Christmas. This is clearly what Christmas is. This is the true meaning of Christmas right here. Play a whole bunch of floodgates. Just play all the floodgates in the world. That's all you need to do to play this game anymore. You know, I mean, I understand I have a combo, and I do that combo, and I have like a negate or two. But I'd say that's slightly better than this. Okay. One type of monster. I have no grave. I mean, you can keep getting back Hugin. This still doesn't do much. Add a Runick card. Okay. Yeah, this is just not fun. It really isn't. Like, I get some people like to play this way, but honestly, I don't understand why they do. So, basically, I'm just gonna keep whacking his monsters until one of us is just done. Probably gonna be me. He's gonna mill me at some point. But you know what? I'm not gonna give it a nepotism of, you know, the Runick player. Okay, so I'm gonna skip ahead until this guy is done playing the game. And I'll be back in the end screen. Alrighty, everybody. Dragunity's Wombo combo. We went 2 out of 3. Admittedly, our first 2 opponents, you know, they didn't get to do as much, but we got to show off our combo just fine. We got to show off what our Dragunity deck can do. Sadly, we weren't able to out the Runick player, but I still claim more victory, because after a while, he shut up. So that means that he understood that his trolling was no match for this guy. I still lost, but moral victory right here. So, thank you everybody for watching us play the Dragunities today. We had some fun. It's an older archetype that's got some nice bits of support here and there, and they can do some nice stuff. And we got to summon like most of the stuff we wanted to summon anyway. You know, I didn't get to summon Boral Sword, but that's like a last minute sort of thing anyway. But we got to do a lot of the stuff we like to do. Got to show off some combos that aren't just super toxic and stuff. So thanks for watching. Your boy Memphis signing out. If you like this video, consider hitting the like button. That's all I have. You know, like button here and there. Maybe you want to sub if I've impressed you somewhat, then go ahead. You know, that's all up to you guys at home. I appreciate whatever you want to do. So thanks for watching. Next time we're going to look at some spirals, I think. Or was it Evil Swarm? I think Evil Swarm maybe because it's almost Christmas Eve. A nightmare before Christmas sort of thing. We'll see how it goes. But for now, thanks for watching. Your boy, the Memphis Accelerate, is signing out. I'll see you guys again next time with more Yu-Gi-Oh! Action. Until then, y'all stay safe, stay happy, and y'all have a good one.